So it is just gone 6 PM and we have got the next bunch of dynamic duos and yeah, this is a bit interesting, boys. We've never had something like this before. Harrison and Rodrigo have received their cards. It seems like Harrison has Rodrigo's dynamic and vice versa. So I don't know if this is going to let me go into a game, but we'll take a look at the card that we're going to review first, which is going to be Rodrigo. Harrison will be second. So high, medium, left footed. I can't believe this, by the way. It just looks so silly. 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. And the card itself, it looks pretty decent. Not crazy, but pretty respectable. Somewhat similar to Danjuma, just lacking a little bit in the pace department. And of course, compete a cam as well as a striker and a centre mid. Really nice alternate position. Centre mid's a bit interesting. That's, I was not expecting that, to be fair. That could definitely help with squad building. Finesse shot trait as well, which is nice. And of course, his dynamic looks pretty sick once they eventually sort that out. One thing I did forget to mention, we are in Division 3. It is so sweaty at the moment. I'm trying to get to like Div 2, Div 1, maybe by the time we hit our Thursday rewards. But it's going to be a grind, lads. And also, Rodrigo is going to have a Hunter Chem style. All right, that's a decent looking team. Normal Rashford in there's a bit questionable. Mad players across the board, though. But come on now, lads. Yep, Rodrigo looks like Rodrigo in game, which is also another bonus. So we move. Let's hopefully clutch up. Get this W. See just how good Mr. Rodrigo is. And we're 1-0 down already, boys. We're 1-0 down. Not an ideal start, realistically, is it? Harrison into Rodrigo. My man, right, first real touch on the ball. Dribbling doesn't feel crazy. Doesn't feel ridiculous. He's not lengthy as well, boys. That's one thing I did forget to mention. First touch out wide to Harrison. I like that. Harrison, I don't know, my man's still a little bit too early there. Rodrigo, the movement's good. He's done so well there to keep the ball. Fair play. Physicals on show for everybody to see. And Jesus pokes it in. Come on, game on. We can move out the back. Goretzka and Harrison forming a little duo out here. Rodrigo again, maybe turns provider. Nope, never mind. A little bit of an ambitious pass in all fairness, but you know, we've got to try him. I do find it really interesting that he could be a centre mid as well as a position modifier, because don't get it twisted. I don't watch too much of Leeds, right? I kid you not, but majority of the time I see them play, he's normally in that cam role / striker. So being a centre mid, you know, it definitely helps with squad building if you want to fit him all into your team. Are we onside there, by the way? Phenomenal bit of play from Harrison. The dribbling on that card feels really smooth, and the pass there, not bad. Shame he was offside. One thing they did mention in the recent patch notes for the first patch was the potential to keep the ball after making tackles. I don't know about you boys, but the amount of times... Oh, it's done me there. You make a tackle, right? And it just ricochets straight back to him or goes flying. Like, I kid you not. I made tackles and they fly off the pitch. Hopefully EA can sort that out because it's driving me a little bit insane. Just let my opponent get in a second goal. 2-1 down. Right, come on up, boys. Harrison, let's get out your feet. Rodrigo. Oh, I like that. I like that. Just a shame. Varane is ridiculous. Jesus did no chance in that little foot race, didn't he? Oh, Martin. Go on. Out your feet. Get lucky. Oh, that pass from Jesus was poor. Recycle. Love it. Little double A in there. Rodrigo. Want to get on your left foot ideally. Unlucky. Little one over the top. Rodrigo. Mate, this Varane is getting lucky. I'm not going to lie, the initial kind of acceleration is lacking a little bit with this card. Even with a Hunter Chem style, he looks a little bit slow getting off the blocks. I feel like as a card, you ideally want to be getting it in space so he's able to run, pick the ball up like this. It's a great tackle. To be fair, is it a great tackle though? Let's take that back. Violent conduct. Blatant penalty. Rodrigo winning it. Let's go. Verge, get your bookings out, ref. Yep, well done. Rodrigo's a little bit hurt, but he's fine. He should survive, boys. Come on. First chance to bag a penalty. 92. We should be clinical. We should be clinical, lads. And we are indeed. Rodrigo, happy days. Come on up, boys. Back in it. Back in it. Love that. Rodrigo. Passing seems really good with the card. The link-up play should be no issue if you run him as a 2-up-top striker. The movement again is good, but Varane always tracking my every bloody movement. Always that little flick as well, mate. Fair play. Rodrigo! Oh, mate, deserved the goal. Deserved it. Really nice bit of control. Nice touch to beat the man. Powell was in the stripe. He's at the bar. But once again, I'm still noticing that little slowness. He doesn't feel quick when he gets on the ball. He needs a little bit to get going. Maybe a little ball roll or a little step over to kick him into gear. But once he's in the box, we're turning defenders well. We're making some decent movements, some decent runs. Finish him. Could have scored it, but still hit the bar. Not bad effort. We need a bit more in the second half there. I need that, open play goal. Absolute clinical strike from the boy just to convince me. Come on. It's a nice play. The movement for Rodrigo is good. We're in space, boys. We're in a bit of space here. Dribbling, just lets him down. I try to keep hold of the ball in that situation. Doesn't feel snappy enough, responsive enough to be able to beat a man like that. Which is a bit unfortunate. Once again, movement's good. Positioning. Just not the pace to get past Verge. Oh, lads, we've read it well. Right foot finish. There it is, Rodrigo. Let's go. A little bit lucky. We kind of lost the ball with Harrison initially playing the ball. Managed to win it back, and Rodrigo pokes home. It is 3-2, lads. I'm going to take off Jesus for the big man. It is Sorloth time. Honestly, I don't wish Sorloth upon anybody. If you've used this card, you know how good he is. I've got my red player picks. I'm just addicted to him, so he's coming on. Martin. Frankie, well done, big man. Odegaard, out your feet, lovely. Rodrigo, one touch. Verge is too quick, mate. He's too quick. That man is too powerful. Can't see to beat this man's press at the moment, man. As soon as I'm on the ball, basically on his halfway there, and my man is literally pressing me immediately. I just need to keep the composure a little bit. Not concede here. Well done. And now let's try build something. Rodrigo, now's your time. Verge is there. We've read him. We've done him. We've done him again. That's it, Rodrigo, lad. Harrison. Beautiful scene. Sorloth across the keeper. Big Norwegian, mate. Why did I gassed him up too much? Honestly, never seen your players' praises, boys. They let you down. Sorloth. Movement's great. Little dink there. If he can get it, he can. Rodrigo. Hold up. Verge is off, boys. Verge is off. He's literally be given a straight red card. I don't blame him. He's absolutely annihilated me again. Sorloth's gone, boys. Big Daddy Sorloth's gone. Is he making that? Fair play, Allison. Fair play, mate. Varane's taking the piss at this stage. Rodrigo, out your feet and across the keeper. Is that a hat-trick on his debut, boys? Is Rodrigo hitting the hattie on his debut? One thing for just... Can't get over seeing that Harrison dynamic, man. That's so annoying. EA, why? But one thing for sure with Rodrigo, he can finish his dinner. He knows where the goal is. He's basically a goal machine. My man is down to 10 men. I'm looking good in this game, boys. I think we're getting this W. And there it is, the big 4-2 rage quit. We take those, lads. That's what we like to see in games like this. Division 3, a win isn't easy out here. Every game is sweaty, so we take a win at a time. Rodrigo then, initial impressions on the card. He feels decent on the ball. Nothing crazy. Don't expect too much from him. 3 goals and 1 assist, by the way. Not a bad start from the boy. But don't expect too much on the card. Like, he's not going to be able to beat a man super easy. Most of his touches tend to be a little bit on the slower side of things. That's with a Hunter Chem style, by the way. Maybe a finisher will make him feel a little bit quicker in game. But once he gets going, not bad. He can keep the control quite nice in the box. He beat a few men quite easily. Varane was having a torrid time at one point up against him. He hit the bar of a shot, but also did bag a hat-trick, which is lovely to see. Playmaking as well was really nice. I've gone to the wrong card. Playmaking as well is really nice with this man. He almost feels like he could be played as a cam. Maybe in behind a more aggressive striker like a Sorloth, a CR7 for example, even Danjuma, or maybe even Harrison. We'll see how he is in the review coming up after this. But link-up play is really good, which is a nice bonus. As you can see, 83 passing on the actual card itself, so the link-up play is going to be really good with this man. And for the price, an 84 overall team, it is so cheap. It has to be a W. At this stage of the game, Premier League teams, you don't really have too many players in around this ballpark in a pretty overpowered, apart from Jesus, like similar ball, maybe a little bit more premium than Jesus on paper. Bracket, instead of you're going for the high hitters like Ronaldo, for example. So I would say it's a W for Rodrigo, straight up, boys. He might let you down occasionally in front of goal with a 3-star weak foot, but 4-star skills, and for the price, you can't really go wrong. Do let me know down below what you think of this card and about EA messing up the dynamics. I'll be back with Jack Harrison one straight after this, so drop me a like if you're excited, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you very soon.